Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to see how to import segmentations done by DentalMesh.AI into 3D Slicer so you can see the models from the segmentations, how we can overlay the models onto the 2D slices so you can see that they are on the same coordinate system and you can see the accuracy of these segmentations, how to see different parts of the segmentations, and with a Python code how to randomize all the color of the models instead of going to each model and change the color. As you can see, if I pasted the code again, it will randomize all the color of all models. And then at the end of the video, we're going to see how to convert a certain segment to a segmentation so you can do some modifications to the segments, and then you can export it as an STL again from 3D Slicer. So DentalMesh.AI is a service that segments all your DICOM files automatically by use of artificial intelligence. And as you can see, it will segment these parts, which is individual teeth, mandible, mandible nerve, maxilla, cranial base, and airway. So all you have to do is to upload your DICOM file either as a DICOM or a zipped file or even a folder full of multiple DICOM files. And then all you have to do is just to upload it, and the NetDenMesh.ai will segment the DICOM for you, and then you can just download it by pressing on this button as a zipped file, which contains every segmentation as a separate STL. Before going to 3D Slicer, first, for colleagues who are not familiar with 3D Slicer, 3D Slicer is a free program, open source, where you can visualize and do segmentation, and it has other tools that you can use with your DICOM files. So all you have to do is to search for slicer.org or go to their website, slicer.org, and then you will be greeted with this website. All you have to do is just to click on download, and then click on whatever operating system you are using. I recommend to use the stable release. So if you are Windows, you're going to click here. If you are on other operating systems, you just click on the other links and then install the program. And then we will go back now to 3D Slicer. Now, in order to import the models from the DentalMesh.ai, first you will download the zip file, and then you have to extract all the STLs inside it into a folder. And then in order to import it into 3D Slicer, we are going to press on Data button next to the DCM. And then you can choose either directory or files, but I prefer files. So I'm going to press on it. Now I have navigated to the folder which contains the STL segmentations from Dental Mesh. I will select all of them and then press on Open. And yes, all these STLs will be imported as a model. So all I have to do just to press on OK. Now, as you can see, all segmentations done by DentalMesh.ai has been imported into 3D view as models. But as you can see right now, we can't see the overlay of these models onto the 2D slices. So we have to go to models. I'm going to press on this drop-down menu and then press on models. And then I'm going to press on the first file and then go down to the last file. And before clicking on it, I'm going to press on Shift and then click so I can select all the models in between. In the display menu, we are going to see the slice display, and then I'm going to press on enable the visibility. And then just to be able to see the overlay more clearly, I'm going to increase the line width, as you can see here, to 2 pixels. And now, as you can see, here is the overlay of the models or the segmentations done by Dental Mesh overlaid onto the 2D slices in 3D Slicer. In order to appreciate and differentiate between the segments done by Dental Mesh, we can color each segment as a different color. You can do that manually by going to the models and then double click on the square icon and then press on the color basic, and then, for example, you are going to use this color and press on select, and then that's it. But the process will be hectic in order to do this for every single segment done by Dental Mesh. So we have this code which we can paste. I will include it in a description or as a link under the video. So all I am going to do is I'm going to select all of them and then copy it. And then we are going to open the Python console by pressing on this icon here, and you will see here the Python console. And all you have to do is just to press on Control V to paste the Python code. Now, as you can see, when I press on Control V, it will randomize color of every segment automatically without me having to go to every model and change the color manually. And as you can see, if I paste it again, it will also change the color again, as you can see here. So it's really a nice feature. It's a nice code to use so you can appreciate every segment with a different color. So if you want to modify a certain segment from Dental Mesh in 3D Slicer, we have to convert this model because we have imported them as models into 3D Slicer. We have to convert this certain model into a segmentation so we can do all our modifications that we want to do. So before going to segmentations or segment editor, I'm just going to hide all the models. So I'm going to select on the first one and then shift click on the last one to select all the models in between. And then I'm going to press on right click on the mouse and then press on hide. Now I'm going to segmentation or segment tool. So I'm going to press on this drop down menu and then press on segmentations. We need to create a segmentation node. So I'm going to press on this menu and then press on create new segmentation. And then I'm going to go down a little bit until I see the export import models and label maps. Here I want to import model. Okay, so I'm going to press on import and then models, and then I'm going to select the model that I want to modify. And for example, we are going to use the mandibular nerve. So I'm going to press on the mandibular nerve.seg and then press on import. Now, as you can see here, here is the mandibular nerve, but now it's a segment in a segmentation node, not as a model. And then if I press on shift, you will see here the overlay of this segment in 3D Slicer. So while the mandibular nerve segmentation is great, I just want to make it a little bit bigger. So we can go to segment editor by two ways. We can press on this icon here or by pressing on this drop down menu and press on segment editor. Okay, so the tool that I'm going to use here is called, let me check, margin. Okay, so I'm going to press on the margin tool, and then I want this tool will either shrink or grow according to my specifications. So I will click on grow, and for example, I will let it grow as 0.5 millimeters. Okay, and then I'm going to press on apply. As you can see here in the 2D slices, so now we preserved the segmentation, we just enlarged it a little bit, and this is according to your needs. I see that I want to make the nerve a little bigger. If you are okay with the default segmentation, so no problem. But if you want to do any modifications like cutting, increasing, decreasing size, you can use all these segmentations tool as you need. But for me, I just wanted to increase the thickness of the mandibular nerve that I got from Dental Mesh. Okay, so now we want to import this modified segment that we have done as an STL from 3D Slicer. You can change the file name or segment name, which will be the file name. So I'm going to double click on this segment, and then I will type nerve modified and press on select. And now I'm going to press on this icon here and press on export to files. And here you have some options. You can press on this box so you can specify where you want the 3D slicer to export this STL, and you can choose the format. I prefer to be an STL, and then that's it. All you have to do is just to press on export, and then you have your modified segment that you got from Dental Mesh, and you did the modification in 3D Slicer as an STL, and then you can use it with other softwares or whatever you need. And a bonus tip, in 3D Slicer, you can view both models and segmentations in 3D view and as overlays over in 2D slices by just now we have the 3D view and the overlay of the mandibular nerve segmentation. So I can go back to models and then just select all of them and then just press on right click and show. So you can have both the models and segmentations appear as in 3D and as in 2D. Of course, don't forget if you want to view the overlay of models on 2D slices, you have to enable slice display and increase the line width a little bit so you can see the overlay much better of the models. And that's the end of the video. I hope you liked it and thank you for watching.